Today I am bringing you the long-awaited Supreme King Melodious deck profile. I've taken a long time on this one, my bad. Subscribe if you like Pendulum, and let's get into it. Here's the deck. So first, we're gonna just mention the staples right away. We got Maxi, we got Ash Blossom. We're playing 3 of both. We're playing the 1 copy of Nibiru because it is a crossout target, which we're playing 1 crossout because that's the only amount we can play. We got 2 Call Belgrades, and we got 3 Infinite Impermanents. We got the 1 Triple Texas Talents, and let's get into Engine. Okay, so here we're gonna be playing triple Dark Worm, mainly for the fact that we do have Electromite in this game, so we're able to actually do some combos with having a Dark Worm plus a Dark Worm in this case. So that's awesome. And we're playing 2 Light Worms. Light Worms is really good for the grind game. Honestly, like, great card. We got the 3 Refrain, 3 Couplet. Pretty usual from like the other deck lists we've done for Melodious. That makes sense. We have the 1 Astrogaf Sorcerer. This one makes sense because we do have Electromite. God, my light just went out. What? Ah, God, no, my power. Okay, okay, I'll be right back. Let's continue. So we have Supreme King Gate 0. Gate 0, mainly you play it for the fact that you will set this off of the effect of Gate Magician, and you're playing triple Gate Magician because you do want to summon this card because of its own effect. Then we're playing Foolish Burial, and then 3 Dragon Shine, same purpose, to be able to send the Dark Worm. We're playing triple Ostinato to be able to fusion summon using the Melodious cards. And yeah, we're playing the 1 Concerto to search off of the Couplet. And the 2 Wings of Light that we will be using to search the 2nd copy of Gate Magician off of the Gate Magician effect. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. So here we have Electromite. It's Pendulum. You gotta play Electromite. I think the only deck that really doesn't play Electromite in Pendulum is Magispectors, because they don't really need it. But that's it. Okay, we got IP Masquerena. You will use it to summon the SP. You're playing the Beyond the Pendulum. Beyond the Pendulum will just, you know, it's Beyond Pendulum. It searches you any Pendulum card. Why not? It's pretty much your last resort most of the time. We got Exceed the Pendulum. Exceed the Pendulum. It's just a really good card to climb with. We have Appaloosa, which, you know, negate. And yeah, we have the X Code Talker for OTKs. Then we have for XYZs, we have the Baguska. Baguska is a pretty good card in general. If you go against a matchup where they cannot make Link monsters, it's insane. So that's why we always keep it in. We have Odd-Eyes Absolute Dragon to be able to summon the Vortex, the usual. We got the 1 Typhon. I like Typhon a lot. You could play potentially Abyss Dweller instead. But I like Typhon because it helps to debate out as many negates as possible and then go into this and then start outing their board little by little. So it's really nice. Odd-Eyes Rebellion XYZ Dragon, you use it as a send target off of the Gate Magician effect. For Synchros, we're playing 1 Borrowload Savage Dragon. We don't need Burrow on the floor in this deck. You could potentially play Burrow on the floor if you have a Bystials, but this deck doesn't play Bystials, so we don't really need it. So we just play the Borrowload Savage. And we're playing the 2 Botches. And yeah, and the Vortex Dragon again. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the main deck. And let's get into the combos. Okay, here we go. So our hand is consisting of 2 Ostinatos, 2 Couplets, and 1 Supreme King Dragon Lightworm. We got Ostinato. Our opponent's going to Ash Blossom. But guess what? Ostinato is not a once per turn, baby. That's why we will activate it again right here. Be able to send the two like refrains. Okay, I do want to say, if you do draw into 2 Couplets, I recommend you just send 2 refrains off of the Ostinato effect, mainly for the fact that you will need a couplet for this part of the combo. Here, you summon the refrain, you're gonna add couplet, you're gonna use couplet effect, summoning the refrain off the graveyard, you're gonna scale the couplet, you're gonna couplet effect, adding the Concerto. Then we're gonna go Concerto using the refrain and the couplet that is in scale to be able to summon the Bacha. Then we're going to use the effect of couplet Chainlink 1, then Chainlink 2 the refrain, then Chainlink 3 the Bacha. So here, we put them with scales. Are you guys happy? I finally put the scales how you guys like them, by the way. I put like 1 on the left and then 9 on the right. You know, I usually do it the opposite, but you know, I've been told about this already. So yeah, you're gonna XYZ the you're gonna exceed both of the botchas and the into a absolute dragon. Then you're going to use a refrain and use a botcha for Beyond the Pendulum. Yeah, pretty much you're using this as a link too, though in this case we don't really have to worry, because if our opponent does Nibiru us at this point right after we activate the effect of Beyond the Pendulum, it's completely fine. But the fact that we have so much resources in hand, we could just still make the board. So yeah, here we go. So yeah, we draw into a Dark Worm, which is very nice, and yeah, we summon the Vortex Dragon. Now we're going to Pendulum Summon for 3, then use the Gate Magician effect, adding a Wings of Light. Then we're going to link them off into a Appaloosa. Then we're going to use these two into a Borreload Savage, because Lightworm is a tuner. For those who don't know, because a lot of people very often forget that Lightworm is a tuner. And then you set the Wings of Light. And there you go, we got a board. You could have potentially made IP Masquerena as well. That could have been an option. Though in this case, since we wanted to have more negates as possible, this is a way for you to do it. So yep, our opponent's going to activate right for Patchwork. We let it go through, made for the fact that we only have to worry about negating the polymerization type spells for Branded. So I'm not too worried. So yeah, we're just gonna Appaloosa effect, negate the Bistio Lubellion, and they're gonna normal summon the Aluber. We're just gonna negate it with the Appaloosa, mainly for the fact that if we don't negate it, they add Branded Fusion, they can just attack. Let's say they do have the Branded Fusion, it wouldn't matter much. So yeah, I'd rather just negate this to make sure they don't get the Branded Lost. Okay, they're gonna use the polymerization. We negate it with the Borreload Savage, and they scoop because they did not have the 1 copy of Branded Fusion. And I want to show off how we play turn 2 versus attacks. So let's take a look. There we go. Our hand's looking pretty nice, you know. We got the 1 Ash Blossom, we got the 1 Griffin, 1 Supreme Dragon Dark Worm, we have the Foolish Burial and the Call By. They're just gonna go Small World. We are going to attempt to Ash that because we know it's Math Mech. They're gonna change Call By. And I'm like, okay, well then, time to wait. So I did make a tweet about this. I'm just gonna press fast forward real quick. I made a tweet about this where where I just let my opponent combo off, and then I just went to serve myself some food. And yeah, they took so long on this combo. Like they shouldn't have, because this combo is relatively long, but it's not that long, and they took forever on some plays. But yeah, I just went, go and get some food. I came back, and with that same food, I was just eating while doing this combo, because that's how free this matchup is. Here we go. So yeah, they're just gonna make the Firewall the Neo Tempest, then they're going to send the Dotscaper was summoned, then they're going to make the Heat Soul. So here, pretty much they're just gonna draw 1 and set 2. So okay, let's play around this. Okay, so our hand pretty much can play around a lot here. So they're going to, we're gonna activate the Foolish Burial, they're going to activate Heat Soul, they're gonna draw 1 off of that. Hopefully it's not a hand trap, and yeah, we're gonna send Dark Worm effect to summon itself. We gotta make sure to not summon it to its zone where the Firewall Neo Tempest points to, mainly for the fact that we can use this summon for a Pendulum summon potentially. So if for some reason we do have, if we stick with a card that is currently pointing to, it's gonna be really bad for that reason. Yep, we're gonna add a Gate Magician. We're going to Gate Magician, then they're going to activate the Super Factor. So here, the coolest part about Super Factor is the fact that if you call Battlegrave and banish one of the targets, they cannot go into the big guy. So they're going to chain the Neo Tempest. They're going to be sending a Meteorology Aggregator. And yeah, they're just gonna summon 2. And they're not going to make the guy. So here, they're going to negate the Gate Magician using the effect of the Aggregator. Okay, so the good thing about this is the fact that we don't really need Gate Magician if we do have some of the Melodious combos. So we're in a really good spot right now. So here we go. Gonna add Couplet, and now we make Electromite. However, we're gonna activate the effect of Electromite, sending the Astrograph. Now we're going to destroy the Gate Magician. We're gonna add the Astrograph to hand. We're going to effect of Electromite. We're gonna use the effect of Astrograph. Okay, So, like I said, we didn't really need it. However, we can take advantage of this situation to make Electromite. I wanted to mainly bait out a hand trap. Maybe they had a Raider or something like that. So we really, I just made Electromite to bait it out. But they didn't have anything. So we're in a really good spot right now because of that. So here we go. We're going to summon the Astrographs, adding ourselves a second Gate Magician. And now we got Electromite, draw one into an Imperm. Sure. We're still winning this turn, so it doesn't matter. So here we're gonna use the effect of Gate Magician. Gate Magician will destroy itself, place a Gate 0. We're gonna add the Wings of Light using the effect of Wings of Light to add Gate Magician. Then we're going to make Beyond the Pendulum, adding ourselves a Light Worm because we wanted to have a tuner here. That's the idea, so we can be able to make Warlord Savage. So yep, now that we summon to both zones with different levels, we're able to activate the Beyond the Pendulum effect to be able to target the firewall and the back row, because I'm not sure what the back row is. It could be Imperm, so I want to make sure to play around that just in case. I'm kind of banking on the fact that they don't have Nibiru, but at this point I assume they don't, because most of the time people just play one in Master Duel. Okay, it was just a small world set. Now we're just gonna go into Absolute Dragon, then we're going to link it off, and etc, etc. Making access code and then going for a game. At this point our opponent just scoops, which is fair. So yeah, we just go access code, pop everything that's on board. We attack with the little guys to get rid of the amount of monsters they had, and we just go directly with the with the Vortex Dragon plus the Gate Magician, and plus the access code, which is game. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to playing going second against a lot of decks. And you kind of just give them a lot of pressure by drawing out baits, like even more baits and more baits. Like Electromite helps with that a lot. That's why you do end up making Electromite, and having Electromite as a way to make Beyond the Pendulum is so helpful when it comes to those scenarios. So yeah, that is how you play around mostly against against most decks. That's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and let's go.